What is up, everybody? Welcome in, welcome by. Hope you're having a lovely Monday. Thank you for swinging into the Apothecary, checking out another of the Cauldron Chronicles. Thank you, Ryan, as well, for the raid, for hosting our waiting room. As always, it is always appreciated, my friend. And it feels like a good way to start the stream. I love it. Appreciate you. Beautiful, beautiful man.
You gotta get them giggles out.
You do. Get them out early, because there's nothing but pain and sorrow to be found here. Especially for you, whose main character is currently sick with the plague. Second one.
Oops.
That's two. We gotta go for the big three.
Oops,
it's not
all
even
diseased.
It's like, oh, God. That's why you gotta wrap it. Oh, anyway, that's not important. What's up, Rock? Welcome in, homie. Dungeons and Dragons, yes. Dungeons and Dragons.
We stay wrapped around here.
I had like some updates. Bunions and flag. I had like a whole spiel and like updates and everything, but my brain is kind of not working lately because like I'm off weekend ended up being I'm taking the kids to the pool weekend at work because other people couldn't do it. It was a long weekend. Good times. So kind of a little tired, taking a little step away from streaming. It's just gonna be the Monday night stuff for now because I'm kind of trying to spend my off weekends like going out camping and doing shit that is good for the mental health, because yeah, it's important. You gotta take care of yourself. The world is crazy right now, and sometimes it's good to just get away and stare into a fire for a few hours. I'm also gonna go fishing.
Got a dope camping spot on like the bend of a river. Oh, it's so great.
I'm so happy. We gotta bring Ryan. Ryan, you're coming. You're coming.
It's happening.
There's even a little cabin, like shit, like literally a bunkhouse that's big enough for like 2 cots in it. You could crash in there and you'd still be technically inside. Oh my god. Or we'll just shoot it. We'll do a video, we'll shoot it there, and then I'll just CGI in the purple, you know,
We'll just
swap
put the hue up. I'll be purple too, but it's fine.
It's no, please. What is this, amateur hour? You think I can't change the color of a house in After
Have you seen my stream? Of course this is amateur hour.
So, you know what? Me, film school educated, you completely improvised. If we meet in the middle, we might make magic happen. That's all I'm saying. We might be perfectly just average. Just right
synergy.
Right.
Perfectly average.
So
There's nothing wrong with being perfectly average.
I'm getting a quick phone call. I'm on call for work, so I gotta answer this. Y'all entertain the stream for a moment.
Absolutely. Have y'all ever heard the story? Have y'all ever heard the story of when I first got really drunk? I went out to a party. It was a white trash party. It was white trash themed. That was what we did in 2008. And I went to this party with a giant handle of vodka for my first time drinking. My mom was like, yeah, right? I thought it was going to be not enough. My mom was like, okay, well, I'll buy it for you, but you can't drink all of this tonight. I did. And I threw up in her clean dishes.
I'm curious when you went to one of my family's party.
I also drank a whole bottle of vodka in like 30 minutes, like a fifth. An entire bottle.
Don't do that.
The last thing I remember was leaving McDonald's after spilling fries everywhere. And then apparently I threw up black on my friend's bed. It was really neat.
That'll happen. That'll happen.
We had a buddy.
We're good.
Okay, thank God.
We had a buddy. We drunk like an entire fifth of Jaeger together. And then we walked to Denny's at 3 a.m. for like 2 miles to go get food.
Drunk 3 a.m. Denny's hits just pinnacle. Like there is few things in this world better than Denny's when you're shit faced at 3 in the morning. Sorry, had to take the call.
That's okay.
The stupid thing. Yeah, Chris, your mic is low. I'm gonna turn you back up again. Chris moves his mic every time he does stuff. Everywhere. There you go. You're already better. Just
cool. I moved closer.
There you go. That helps. I'm also gonna turn you up more in Discord.
Okay.
That should be good. That'll do.
I'll also turn my sound suppression down a little.
Sure. Yeah, you should be good with that. Anyway, as for updates, there aren't really any. Just the D&D campaign on Mondays that you can look forward to. Other than that, it's going to be a little slow around here. I am, however, going to be working on some YouTube content to kind of just fill the gaps in the meantime. Just shooting some videos like after work chatting about D&D and like other shit around RPGs and the world of RPGs and news that might be happening. I'm particularly excited for the new Fable game, whenever the fuck's that coming out. Cannot wait, but we're going to be talking about that soon, so keep an eye out for that just on the YouTubes. While I got them here, Ryan, I assume you've told a funny story while I was away dealing with the phone call, but if you'd like to, introduce yourself, say what you're doing over at the Little Purple House these days, let the peoples know. Thank you very much.
Oh, well, always just a little bit of chaos happening. I got my 17-hour stream happening with just a few more follows. It's going to be 600 people. Insanity. I've also got Mega Man Hitless on the go, Fields of Mystria, Minecraft, Warcraft, lots of different things, all sorts of crafting, and every now and again I dance, sort of. That's me.
All right, JT, what about you?
Same old, still looking for a house. Once I find a house, we will sort out.
Wait, you're in a new place now. Are you telling me that's not your house?
No.
How did you get in there? Why are you breaking into people's houses to make it to D&D? That's wild. That's crazy.
I'm dog sitting.
I love the dedication.
For family. That's why my setup looks a little different. Looks a lot fancier. The microphone probably sounds a lot better.
It's pretty solid.
I can also do this, which is pretty neat.
Oh.
You can get
all
real
of the
close.
nose hairs.
Real close and intimate.
Every single one. Get a little intimate. Yeah.
You have beautiful eyes. Can I have them?
There you go.
Maybe. How much you want?
In this economy, yeah, I'll sell them.
But yeah, once I find a place, we can look into streaming again or everything. Thanks, appreciate it.
And Chris, anything you want to say to the peoples?
No, not really. I mean, I've been into science facts a lot lately, so
Hit us with the science fact.
The giant horse conch weighs over 11 pounds.
I regret.
Yeah, that's a really cool one.
I don't know if that's science. I guess it's
Oh, it's science.
Sure, fair enough.
Did you not hear the voice? It was from a documentary.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. Well, here we are.
That's a
Here
lot
we
of
are,
fun.
everybody. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else we need to go into. Thank you, everyone who's in here today. Surge, Kafson, JT, Kieran, Rock, Food Safety, how you doing? Hope you are well. I think I saw Aves in here too. I got a Boggin. And thank you guys for coming by. Tyleniron? That's a solid name. I love it. And Insomnia Night. I appreciate you. Thank you guys for coming by. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Just wanted to say hello. But yeah, I believe that is it for now. So, picking up where we left off last week, the party, after venturing from Laravos Lake into the Forest of Avinar with a small company in tow, 4 soldiers from the TTC forces and 4 lumber workers, mill workers, who agreed to escort you on your way and help with carrying the rather large load that is Vitekarl, the Goliath druid. Quite a heavy load. You're not coming through, Chris. You say something? No, okay. I just saw mouth moving. I'm like, well, you're muted. Anyway, either way, as you made your way through the forest, the party decided to camp out for the night. And while your company was setting up the camp, putting the tents up, starting a fire, the party decided to delve deeper into the forest and perhaps do a little hunting. As it turns out, one of the lumber workers, Olga, who's being wonderfully played by Ryan right now, joined you on your little hunting venture and showed a little bit of an aptitude for natural magics, as rudimentary as it may have been, choosing to communicate with the forest critters and what nature had to offer. Specifically, a rather haughty porcupine who agreed to help you find your way through the forest and perhaps find some prey of some kind that you could hunt. However, instead of the promised rewards that were promised to Mr. Porcupine, Olga chose instead to throw him into the sky and hopefully out of their lives forever. The party then hunted what I believe was a caribou. Was it a caribou? I think it was. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
And you hunted, killed, and slayed a caribou, brought it back to base, and had a bit of a feast for yourself and the rest of the company, as prepared by Olga, who turned out to be a rather handy chef. Described even as being able to give Ashlyn the company's latest hireling a run for her money. However, as you all went to sleep for the evening, watches ensued. It was a fairly uneventful evening, until the early hours of the morning, when the moon was just beginning to leave its highest point and descend back down towards the horizon. While Xechas was on watch, a fog mist rolled in from all the way out in the forest, taking tree by tree as it advanced towards your party. One of the guards who you were with immediately being slain as Xechas warned the party and screamed for everybody to wake up and make their way out of camp. The leader of the TTC forces, a young man by the name of Sergeant Phillips, commanded his troops to leave everything they could, carry only what they could travel quickly with, and left into the forest, being led by Dusty Sharpclaw. However, while running, you found yourself assaulted on all sides by some kind of seemingly invisible creature, which was later revealed to only be visible through the reflection on either a shiny metallic surface or perhaps a vanity mirror held by Xechas. You were successful, however, the bulk of your company was lost in the onslaught. Olga, the only survivor from the group of 8 that joined you on your venture. Now, with the heavy load of Vitekarl slung over her shoulders running through the Forest of Avinar, we will pick up where we left off. The fogs still dense and heavy around you. The threat seemingly diminished for now. At least you were victorious enough, or whatever was hunting you was distracted and sated enough by the consumption of the rest of your party. It seems that for now, you are in relative safety, though the mists still hang heavy in the air, kind of making it difficult to even just breathe. The air is dense and heavy. What do you all want to do? Olga, you currently have the entire weight, the weight of Vitekarl, the weight of Vitekarl slung over your shoulder. The weight. You have it all on your shoulders, the weight of the world. What are you guys doing?
The weight of my world.
Oh. You didn't swing that way. Sorry, buddy.
You are my world, bro.
I meant Vitekarl. Vitekarl's the weight of my world.
Oh, fair. Valid. He might swing that way. We don't have confirmation yet.
We're unsure yet.
We're uncertain.
I don't even know if he knows.
We're just all finding ourselves.
We'll hash that out later.
Ryan has advantage, Rusty has disadvantage, and I believe Kieran rolled a 1 on the weather check. So, as the fog just hangs, there is no snow, there is no wind, there is virtually no weather at all. If you looked up, you would assume you'd see a clear sky. However, all you see is churning mists all around you.
Keep moving.
All right, how's everyone doing? We can't really stop. I don't want that shit catching up to us again.
Right. Oh dear. I'm following you. Wherever you need to go. This is very scary.
Do we need to take a quick break or no?
I should be okay, I think.
Yes, I'm all right. I'm all right.
All right, carrying on.
I want to be out of here. Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep heading the same direction we've been.
Roll me a survival check to just stay on trail in the fog as best you can, with
Can I give him the
advantage
guidance
because you are in a forest. Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
on wisdom. Obviously.
You don't.
Oh, what is it? Guided?
You're gonna take that 20
Oh.
either way. That is probably sufficient. Who says the word? Not my work check. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, 23.
Nice.
You kind of already having an idea which direction you were going. You know Fort Mistmere lies to the northwest, somewhere along the coast to where you are now. You listen hard to hear the ocean, hoping that you're maybe close enough to get some kind of sign, but you hear nothing. You do know the way you were coming and the way you were hoping to go, so as best you can figure out, you hone in on whatever path there is, weaving your way through the trees, and hoping that you either come to the edge of the coast or the town itself. What?
What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm not playing my cleric right now. You don't have guidance. That didn't happen.
I was like,
Someone opened the wrong sheet. I was ready to just go with that.
No,
I was just
no,
gonna roll with that shit.
no.
I was willing to
No.
trust you. Look what happens. No one trusts Chris. He's not trustworthy. Can't even get his sheets right now. I'm kidding.
Hold on. Sorry, my head's out of my own ass now.
There you go. That's good. That's good.
Sorry.
Yeah, prepare the correct sheet and we're good.
Fucking guidance. It wasn't even that. I have Xechas open. I'm just stupid.
Yeah, I was like, how long have you known? I didn't question it. I was like, have
No, I
you
was
just
just
known
accepted it.
guidance and not used it this whole time?
I've done that.
Guidance. Fuck you. Okay. So
Alright.
you feel this knowledge surge through you and then just immediately dissipate for a second. But a 20 is still more than enough, and you manage to, through the fog as best you can, lead your party in what you assume is the correct direction. You guys kind of keep up a steady speed for a while. How fast are you going? Are you running? Are you walking to make it easier for Olga? What's the plan?
I think after the initial like sprint away that we did, probably would have slowed pace to more of like a jogging pace.
Mm-hmm.
And if it looked like Olga was struggling a bit more, probably slow to a walk.
Well, let's see. Olga, go ahead and roll me, let's just say an athletics check. You're just carrying the
Gotcha.
sheer weight of this individual.
Yeah, advantage. Up. Please,
You hear the
God.
loud,
Okay,
thundering footsteps of Olga as she trounces through the forest. Shut up! Fucking neighbors.
I
man.
hear music.
As you kind of just get to a steady kind of jogging pace, the frozen earth kind of offering a bit of an unsteady step as you make your way through the forest. You do manage to maintain a fairly reasonable jogging speed, and after
Row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily.
you stop at the point of the song where you normally would, and where Bob would usually pick it up and finish it, and you are greeted only by the silence of the fog. But as you carry Vite Carl along on your back, you guys make your way in what you feel is the best possible direction. You still hear no ocean, but you gather you're getting to relative safely as you see the fog begin to kind of thin as the sun begins to kind of rise into the sky. This somewhat early morning run starting just before sunrise. You begin to see just like that first kind of early light beginning to peek over the horizon. The fog itself still present, but like less menacing than it previously was, now kind of just resting in the lower areas between the trees. And you kind of begin to get a bit of a clearer view of the sky and the sunlight as you make your way through. You are still, as far as you can tell, in very, very deep forest.
Great. Well, we should keep moving until at least midday. Is there any way we can make carrying Vite Carl easier?
I could just switch him to my other shoulder. Do you mean that?
Well, I was thinking more along the lines of something to pull him on. We don't have a sled anymore. Or a stretcher of any kind. Perhaps.
If we
Maybe there's
can
like a
somehow
large piece
get
of
one.
bark.
I have my sleeping bag.
On me?
You could put him on sleeping bag. I drag him on bag. Very large bag. It hold Olga.
Maybe put him in the sleeping bag.
True, true.
Maybe pad the bottom of it a little bit in case there's some rocks.
Sure,
That's
sure.
what I'm thinking. If we can find like a large piece of bark off of a tree, or perhaps even cut some off, then that might not be bad. We are in the forest after all.
The issue would be the time it would take and whether or not things cause issues.
I will ask the party but one question.
Yes.
How much of your camp did you actually pack up?
I mean, we kind of just dipped, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. I probably
Didn't
wouldn't
pack
have
up
taken
anything.
much of anything. Oh, that's a good question.
We know the tents were left behind. There wasn't much
Mhm.
time
For
for you
sure.
guys to assemble your gear.
I would
So
have
you-
my bag. That is it on me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I've got my bag
See-
of holding, which has most of my shit in it.
Most things, yes.
Much easier for you to grab all your shit, but you were on watch. You never went back into your
Yeah.
tent.
Yeah, so like my bedroll is gone.
Mine too, I would assume.
Say this,
My-
to be fair, you can all have grabbed one item from your camping set. Whatever you think that would have been that you started to pack up before the run command was issued. Because there was about 30 seconds between Chris waking you up and the order to flee being given.
I would bring my cooking box.
Okay. Your cooking set.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing other than my bedroll that probably would have been out would have been my mess kit, which I probably would have already had packed up early, so it'd probably be my mess kit, not my bedroll.
Okay, so you keep your mess kit. Xechas.
Yeah, for me, it's really just the bedroll and the tent, so I'll keep the bedroll.
Okay, so you do have a bedroll on your persons.
So I keep everything else in the bag of holding, so.
Mhm. Okay, so as you guys are kind of
All right,
rummaging through and taking stock of what you have left, you do see Xechas pull a bedroll, which you notice looks fairly unused, as he generally just sits there and stares into space when he rests, but
Yep.
that's probably why it stayed in your bag.
Oh, this will do. I reach into the bag of holding, hopefully, and I'm like, bedroll. And one comes out. I'm like, oh, yes.
Yeah.
Just bedroll. Ha! Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, perfect.
Bit
I
of a
also have
tight
some rope
squeeze.
that I can tie around him.
Okay, it's a bit of a tight squeeze, kind of getting him in there. It is a more of a U-sized bedroll, and Vite Carl is quite large, so it fits quite tight. It is quite snug, especially around the shoulders. But you do manage to get him into it, and you kind of bind him up with some of the ropes to make him easier. Are we fastening anything else to him? I know, JT, you were talking about potentially cushioning the bottom somehow.
Without my bedroll, I don't really have a whole lot. I could take, you know what? I'll take out the extra commoner clothes that I have on me from my bag
Okay.
and kind of stuff them along the bottom of him.
Okay. Just some under the head to make sure if you do hit a rock, it doesn't mess him up too bad.
And
as
Olga is going to go and take an axe and just start peeling bark off a tree in long strips to put underneath the sleeping bag.
Okay.
Put in big so at the bottom, a little bit of, stop a bit of the scrapey.
Okay, I will say, I mean, not really a roll required for this. Normally there would be, but you're literally a lumber worker. You are a woods person. You cut trees. Like, this is your bread and butter. You don't really need a check for that. You kind of find in a couple large enough
Who's
trees.
making sandwich?
I have one more thing I can do to help, too.
Okay, go ahead.
I have the disguise kit that I made, which I assume comes with a few different wigs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take those wigs out, and I'm going to kind of put them under his lower back / butt area as, like, good padding for while he's being dragged.
Olga,
Gotta protect the goods.
as you come back with the bark, you see Xechas going through this kit and pulls out a mask that looks exactly like Vite Carl's face.
Oh, yeah.
Not the
I'm glad I made
merkin.
it like that.
And then
Awesome.
take just basically anything soft you can find from this kit and stuff it into the tent or into the bedroll. You, with the pieces of bark you managed to find quite handily and very easily, based on your profession, get fastened to the bottom as the ropes are being kind of slung around to act kind of as like support, almost as very rudimentary, probably not super durable skis, but it's something, and it will definitely all help making it easier altogether. I'm assuming one of you has some rope, so you kind of just take a little bit extra of the rope so you can sling it over your shoulder and carry it and more or less drag by Carl.
Better yet,
through the
I'll
forest.
I'll take the rope, and if Olga, are you all right to continue pulling? I can fasten it
yes.
around your waist so that it'll be quite easy.
Oh, sure, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Tie it around with.
Okay, great. And I'll tie like actually, I'll do like a loop around the waist and then like 2 over the shoulders and back down, connecting to that waist loop.
Okay, we're experimenting with rope play today. Sounds good. Sounds like a party. By the time it's over,
Sir,
Olga
I
has
want you
like
to know
shoulder
that I learned
straps,
this in
a
basic
waist.
training in the military.
I know. I'm just fucking with you.
Okay, kinky, sure.
It really pushes your tits up
There you go.
Oh,
inadvertently.
oh,
I can
Oh.
I can
Oh,
see if
God.
we can get a little more assistance. Maybe.
for my boobs.
Violet. No.
You feel
Nope.
the shuffling from inside your bag. Violet kind of scurries up onto your shoulder and looks over to you, waiting what your
Oh, I
command
always
is.
forget.
Kind of stretching as she makes her way out of your backpack.
Do you think you can pull?
Kind of looks at you and just.
I mean,
Sure.
you're stronger than I am, so.
That's sad. She just kind of shrugs, kind of gives you like an "I'll try, sure, why not?" and jumps down onto the ground.
Apparently, she has a +3 to her strength. as
Holy
a small
fuck!
drake.
That is a strong ass little baby dragon. Violet jumps down off your shoulder, grabs like a mouthful of rope that is presented to her, just kind of hanging loosely off the thing. And Olga, as you're getting all strapped in and ready, you see this little purple drake kind of just walk up next to you in the snow with a rope tied between its teeth, pulling back, same way as you are.
Well, all right. Good deal. And I don't think you know what. We'll find our rhythm. Have you ever heard the song "Row, Row Your Boat"?
You do not have Speak with Animals active currently, so
No.
you just hear a little.
Good.
She's
Don't-
she's asking about your knowledge of the song "Row, Row, Row Your Boat." He says to Violet.
in Draconic. She responds, she's like, I don't know that one. What's a song?
Don't. I don't need translation for that one. I understand from body language. You'll catch on as you go. Don't worry. I did. It took me 6 weeks, but I got there. Ready? Row, row,
Let me
row
check her
your boat.
intelligence.
What's the
She has a
intelligence?
-1 to her intelligence.
She kind of like doesn't seem
The
to
same
understand,
smartness
and then
as
sees
Stanislav.
Olga kind of hopping along a little bit, and then just kind of gets into rhythm along with the hopping, but there's no attempt to sing it along with you. Even in
Yet.
Draconic, it might take about 6 weeks. She kind of just
pull the rope. Body's dead as fuck. Doobity 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 doobity. Dragon's
Alright,
pretty
he's not
smart.
dead yet. He ain't dead
He's
yet.
not?
Don't know.
Oh, I
um,
kind of thought he was.
So, I will say roll me an athletics check with advantage because you are receiving assistance from a surprisingly strong baby drake.
Hop.
That is, it's still a small creature.
Oh.
Like this is a
Yes.
fucking,
Nice.
this is a pug with +3 strength modifier. Like holy
He's a
fuck.
pug on
It's a-
steroids.
It's a small dragon with a 16 AC,
He's like an ant.
Like I'm saying.
4 times
25
his body.
hit points,
Literally.
I believe.
So with the help, you start actually getting up to a good speed and kind of maintain that jogging pace as Vikar's like just bouncing along over the rocks and vine or roots and basically anything else in the
Woo!
path.
Look, he did a flip.
But he
Oh God!
flips
got a
over
big
onto the
ass
front, so
pad.
his face is dragging along for a second.
Oh no!
You kinda gotta flip him
Flip
back.
over.
And you guys make your way through the woods until the sun starts to go down. I do need Constitution saves from everyone for a full days of travel in the freezing cold. There is no inclement weather, so it's not every 4 hours. It's just once every full day. So you guys begin kind of, oof. Yeah, it's rough. Yes, Constitution save. This is just like the wear and tear of travel under frigid, cold winter weather. Okay, you just need
I
to beat
miss
10.
my
You're
car.
good. Miss Vithkara.
I miss his
So,
body.
Olga, do you want to roll one for Violet too? JT?
Yes. Let me look at her bonus.
I've
Good
said-
old
I've
plus
said con too. I don't know why
Plus
we'll so
fucking
shit on
6.
those.
You have really bad for a dead guy. Well, you are a dead guy. Maybe you just have a fragile
16.
constitution. Okay.
Plus 2.
So, Olga, you have a +4, but look at that. Constitution
Oh
save
yeah, I'm
+1.
proficient in con saves.
Oof.
But still
Damn.
roll 5.
Damn.
So you're kind of all focused on Olga and Violet working together to just pull this sled along that you kind of don't notice right away until Xechas begins to kind of fall behind at the jogging pace that you guys were maintaining throughout the day. You kind of look back and see him kind of bundled up amongst himself, shivering and beginning to kind of slow, still trying to keep up with the pace but unable to do so. And like you look at what normally is fairly, bland colored skin, like just this off kind of grayish tinge to it, now has like a faint look of blue around the lips, a little purpling starting to happen. He's looking a little more like a dead guy than he was before, and he's kind of just trudging through the snow towards you guys, trying to keep up the pace. And you take a point of exhaustion, Xechas.
You feeling all right back there, or?
Just cold.
Oh,
Hmm.
oh, goodness, little man. Tiny purple thing, you got this. Yes, good. I undo my harness, go right over to Xechas.
As you
And
guys are
just-
still moving when that happens, the sled just stops as she's like takes that weight on and struggles to do so. Continue.
It just-
No. It's okay.
It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. I spit into my hand, rub it together, and keep rubbing till poof, little ball of fire, and I just kind of wave it over here.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
yes, it's good.
that was unexpected.
Yes. Don't worry. This is how the bear tells me how to warm things. Also, how to cook things alive. Won't do that to you, though.
Oh, you wouldn't be able to cook me alive if you tried.
Why not?
Oh, well, in case you haven't noticed, and you hear the clunk, 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 clunk from my cold mechanical bits.
Yeah, little bits
Yeah.
of ice that have kind of gathered on the gears of the teeth of the gears, skipping as they make their way through.
Olga
That's
just
kind of
thought you
like-
had change in pocket.
Oh, no, I mean, I do, but it's in... You wouldn't be able to hear that.
Oh,
Yes, no, I died and came back to life a little bit. But not really.
oh, that's so sad, but then so happy.
I mean, yes, thank you,
Indeed.
I guess. It's a long
Can-
story.
Can Olga see?
Perhaps not right now, but yes, eventually. Maybe when we make camp.
Okay, cool. Olga, get to
Clunk,
camp
clunk.
faster, see metal faster. Okay. Run right back up, just grab the rope, don't do the harness, and start running backwards with it.
Violet's like, and keeps up just barely. Manages
Wow,
to get up to
Xechas,
speeding.
usually you make them take you on a date first. Impressive, you're moving up.
Shakes his head.
Olga's got that kind of charm.
You guys kind of begin to realize that camping or finding a place to make camp is likely the best course of action, especially with Xechas looking as he does. The fire did help, unfortunately did not cure the exhaustion, but you see Xechas is traveling a little more comfortably now, not as shivery, not as bundled up, but there's still like just a look of straight up exhaustion on his face that will need to be dealt with. And you gather traveling any longer, even though the sun is still relatively high, you're reaching about the end of your capacity, and any further you risk, taking more points of exhaustion.
I'm gonna start looking
Olga,
first,
you also see...
for sure.
Olga, you also see no breath, steam coming from Xechas. Ever.
Boop, boop. Oh,
That's the
Oh.
thing.
I don't really
You
notice.
don't notice anything.
Love that. There's just nothing. to
Big,
see
dumb,
there.
and full of fun.
There's nothing to
You're
see
pulling, you're
there.
busy.
So, Dusty, I need a survival check from you to just try to find a good spot to camp or something close enough that you would be able to.
I just
manage a
entirely
camp
forget
knowing
that everybody breathes.
knowing that you have no tents. Okay.
21. I would look for if I can find any kind of like slight cave or like hill over top. Specifically.
You do look for a while. You kind of split off from the party while they continue moving along the path. You kind of veer off to either side, zigzagging as you make your way through. And eventually, you come upon a small clearing that looks like it was actually cleared by somebody. Like, there's tree stumps that have clearly been cut down, and looking into the middle of this kind of clearing, you see an absolutely ruined stone building with semi-crumbled walls that stand in some places maybe about 5 feet at their highest, the other places 2 maximum. But there are a couple corners that would offer shelter from the wind and the worst of the elements. There is no roof, unfortunately, and you look for a couple hours, and it's more or less the best you're able to find at this point.
I would head back. All right, I think I found us a spot to stop. Kind of a little ruined building. Should be most safe. Doesn't really have a roof though, so if it starts snowing, we'll have to cope.
That's alright. There's walls that'll keep the heat in.
Should.
Right.
It does seem like someone cleared it, cut the trees down and whatnot. We might be invading someone's spot, but
Oh,
we'll deal with that if it happens.
sure. Ask for forgiveness instead of permission. Makes me nervous, but
that's-
okay.
That's a great motto. I say that all the time.
Old guy isn't surprised by that for some reason.
You guys kind of follow Dusty back the way he came and eventually come to this clearing, like I described. You notice this kind of like semi-busted, what looked like it maybe was either a small circular like silo-esque building just attached to the side of the house, but only accessible from one side until the wall collapsed. Looks like it's probably in slightly better shape, but for the most part it's just a ruined cobblestone house. You gather the wood that was cut down. It's probably used to build the timber, the supports in the roof and everything, and that has long since been lost to time. So this is a very old building. You see no signs that anyone has been here, other than the cat.
Fantastic.
Cat-sized boot prints in the snow.
Great
Catty.
find.
Yeah, the tower we can probably set up in if we want to really keep heat in.
Yes, and I can just have a look around once we've got the fire started and make sure that it's structurally sound, not going to fall in on us.
Sure. Yeah. I'll stay with Body, make sure his body stay warm.
Yes. Oh, Olga, that berry thing that you were able to make us earlier, are you able to do that again?
Oh, yeah, sure. Just once a day, I can make that happen for sure, yeah.
Okay, great. I was thinking that we need some way to feed the big man. And that was kind of the only way that I thought of. No way
I
we
look
would
at
force
both
some
of you
trail
and just-
rations down his throat.
Neither you are big man.
No, that big man. I point to.
Oh, I forget he's
unconscious
not
big
log
man.
or stump.
Approximately the right
Well-
size, though.
And the same intelligence level, but yeah, that's neither here
He
nor
big.
there.
Oh,
Big
no.
dumb. Big dumb.
Fucking slam dunked on.
Oh, no.
He's not even allowed to defend himself. Stop it.
Fight Carl just got fucking mushroom stamped by the Lord. Crazy.
Oh,
What do you do when you get burned by God? Well,
Okay, I'm gonna go into the silo place.
Okay.
Nice.
It is relatively structurally sound. Some places better than others. But for the most part, you gather it's likely good enough to keep you warm, or at least sheltered from the worst of the weather at night.
Yeah, probably hit it with mending in a couple of spots where it
Sure.
looks like it might need it.
Easy. You just
be safe.
mend a few spots kind of in the places where stuff would have filled the cracks in between the bricks and managed to replace that. Fix some of the cracks in the bricks, mending them back together. Olga kind of sits by Vite-Karl's body. Dusty, what are you doing?
I'm gonna do my best to try to gather up like branches and things that might have fallen off the trees.
Sure.
I'm not very good at lumber cutting, we found out, so mostly just gathering what I can find that's loose and
Getting
then
kindling
starting a
and stuff.
fire.
Okay, roll me a survival check. Easy peasy.
Still at advantage or no?
Yeah. It's house in the forest still counts. Damn, didn't need it anyway. You do manage
The
to
house in the
find
woods.
a kind of decent supply of relatively small sticks and twigs. You find a couple larger ones that would probably burn for a little longer, but you figure you're gonna need some genuine firewood if you're gonna have any kind of continuous fire of any kind of substance. But you definitely have enough on your persons to get it started. And kind of
Okay.
bring back a bundle of sticks and just other various forms of kindling. You scrape off some bark to use as fire starter and everything. A lot of it is fairly dry. It's cold, but there hasn't been a big snowfall or rain recently, and it's kind of just been semi-frigidly frozen, I guess would be the way to describe it. So there's ice build up on the outside of the trees and everything. You gather it'll probably be a little bit of a challenge to start a fire without magic. Good thing you have some. He says, looking at the two magic people in the party.
Yeah, firebolt or produce flame. Take your pick.
Neither
pick
one
poison.
works. But yeah, you arrive back at camp with your little bundle of twigs and
I would go to Olga. If you get a second, could you maybe light that after getting it piled up?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's no problem.
I would have Xechas do it, but his is a bit more explosive.
Volatile, yes.
Oh, little more of the boom boom, a little less for boom boom. Okay, yeah, I can
I
make
set
sure.
a house on fire once. It was rather interesting.
Oh, that's
Yep.
not funny.
No, it was rather funny in hindsight.
Oh, good. I'm glad because Olga thought it was funny. Was just trying to be nice. I. Bear. Poof.
I love that.
bear. Immediately a fire springs to life. The wood just starts steaming and crackling as the ice and chunks of snow are immediately melted off of it. The fire burns fairly bright and then kind of simmers down a bit, but you have enough of a little flame going that you can maintain a fairly decent fire. But you're definitely
Touch
going to need
the
some.
red flower.
Oh my!
Never mind.
I
Who
don't,
wants
I don't think
food?
that's a good idea.
You kind of all huddle up near the fire as best you can. You pull Vite-Karl close. Go ahead.
I'm gonna pull out a giant fucking slab of meat from my bag of holding
That's true.
because, you know,
You-
I have like a 40-pound. Now probably about 20 pounds now. We've fed the whole camp.
That sounds about
Cutting
right to me.
chunks off. Oh, lovely. Okay, I'm just gonna. What do you say? Like a scramble of some sort. I'm gonna just cut this into pieces and stir fry it. Okay. Dirty axe.
Am
Just.
Roll me a cooking check. Add your proficiency
What?
and I'd say wisdom.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Chef Olga.
Chef Olga.
Jolka.
Wisdom plus proficient insight. Sure. Oh, okay,
I hope you're
cool.
not having schnitzel. Dear schnitzel.
This schnitzel is all I know how to make, and you will like what you get. 22. Oh,
22 is more than enough. You whip up a fairly sizable and, simple but delicious looking, well-cooked meal. And you can all settle in
Agro.
for a decent bite to eat as you do. The fire's still kind of crackling away as you all just sit around the fire eating the meat that you've been given. There's still a slight kind of just fluttering of mist in between the trees from time to time, but you gather the worst of that has come to a close. You guys all kind of...
I hate to put even more on you, Olga, but if possible, after we get done eating, I noticed there was a log already down back there. I'm not exactly great at cutting up wood, so if you could possibly chop that up so we can have larger pieces to get us through the night, that would be mighty helpful.
Oh, absolutely, no problem at all. You stay with Body, I go do?
Yep, works for me.
Gotcha! And I'm gonna take the big axe from my, that I just put aside, just do poof. I go now. Do, do, do.
Just kind of saunters off into the woods. You look around, you see a couple logs that might be suitable. There's one that's kind of already broken and fallen down and looks a little more dead, probably a little more likely to burn, and get to work on that. Go ahead and roll me just a melee attack. And this will be just like how good you split that log. And we'll count it for the entire process. 15's pretty good. Oh, excuse me. So it takes you a bit, but you begin piecing off or sectioning off piece by piece of this fallen tree until you've got, I'd say, a sizable amount of firewood, at least enough to last you at very least until the early hours of the morning. But enough to get you most likely through the night. It's kind of all piled haphazardly around the snow. You pick it up, lug it back over as best you can over the course of a couple trips. And I'd say it takes you about 2 hours to do all that. By this point, the sun is beginning to kind of sink towards the horizon a little bit. You guys enjoy your dinner as Olga brings all this wood over to you. I haven't even rolled my disadvantage from the last one yet. God damn.
You don't normally see, Dusty especially, you notice you don't normally see Xechas eat, but he's ravenously destroying this food Olga's made. Yep.
Something warm.
Gotta warm up them insides too, yeah.
Oh yes, this is delightful. Also exhaustion too.
Oh,
There.
my poor Tinker toy.
You guys get a couple more logs on the fire, kind of set some more around it to dry as you cook and prepare your food. Chowder, I hear you, brother. He's brown. Is he right outside your door?
Oh yeah.
Little fucker.
He comes and yells like a Siamese cat. It's so funny.
He literally just sits at the door like. I was like, brother.
It's great.
Just chill.
I love it.
It's funny. Yeah, you guys settle into a nice meal around a warm, cozy fire. If there's anything you'd like to discuss, now would be the time as the kind of day comes to a close. If there's any business you'd like to see to, any personal stuff, feel free. And that is up to you guys.
Is it alright? Can Olga ask to see Arm? Arm.
Oh yes, of course. It's more than just my arm actually, and he'll go and take off like the top part of his coat and shirt, and you see the full from basically middle of neck all the way down through the rib cage is all mechanical, including where the heart would be.
Yep.
So
you can even see the gears kind of turning, clunking over each other as they're kind of still recovering from the cold.
Yes, the cold does not do them much good.
Right, sure. I remember when Bob put big Tinker clock outside, it get frozen and not work. Can I touch?
I'm sure. Just be careful that you don't get your fingers stuck in any of the gears.
Okay.
He kind of holds his arm out.
Dip, dip, dip. Oh, okay, Olga again.
As you press your finger down, one of the last times, one of the gears just kind of skips over. I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw. Not Xechas. Olga.
Oh, me?
Oh.
Yeah, it's your finger that is in the gear. Oof. Oh, you're lucky.
Advantage from insomnia.
You do have advantage. You do.
Better. Oh,
Okay, only just. The gear kind of skips over as a piece of ice gets kind of lodged between a piece, and you just barely get your finger out of the way before it starts moving again, and it probably would.
Mending fucking pops up and just sprays into nothing as that happens. oh no, it's all right. Push back down.
Random
That's
spell
Sound boy.
discharge. Oh no.
That's how my spell casting works. Seems the cold is malfunctioning it as well.
Premature castulation.
This really never happens, you can be assured.
that's what they all say. They all say.
I swear, this is the first time.
Now I'm posting
just-
an awkward stance.
You're just so pretty. Whoop.
Oh,
With a
no.
spelled
You're
in
just so,
my
you're so
pants.
pretty.
You're so pretty.
I don't know what to do. Have a good night, Kieran. Thanks for coming by, buddy. I love you.
Love you, baby.
Anyways,
And we'll see you next week too. Can't wait.
All
That'll
right,
be
well,
fun.
Pop, pop, pop.
if somebody wants to just take the first 4 hours of watch, that's all I need for a rest, and then I could take the rest.
Me and Violet can stay up.
Oh, lovely. So, Olga can just sleep through?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, that's the whole thing I wasn't gonna ask, but oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, Olga, go bed now.
I mean, we
So
put
it's
a
rather
lot
a
on your
stressful day for
shoulders
you.
currently, so.
Literally.
Oh, Olga, happy to do it. Olga, do anything for new best friends. Oh, I'm just gonna go and like curl up next to the fire, back to it, and just like.
Look at Dusty, still perhaps a little bit in shock, losing all her friends.
Yeah, there's gonna be a little setting in tomorrow, probably.
Yes. Alright, well. Wake me up in 4 hours. Well, I mean, I'll be up.
Sounds like a plan. Do you want to set an alarm like you normally would?
Oh, that's actually a rather good idea. Yes, I can do like a 20 by 20 square. Oh, goes to try to do it, and I seem to be, drained for the day. It was a rather stressful fight.
Fair enough. I'll just make sure I'm paying attention real good.
Yes. I as well.
You guys begin to kind of settle in for your evening's rest. Ryan's got a fly he needs to murder. The one house fly that just keeps never going away. So, you settle in for your evening's rest. Olga, you as well. Vite Carl, well, he'd be resting already. You do notice the disease has continued to spread. He's mostly covered in these boils at this point. Yes.
I did say that I wanted to shove a good berry down his throat, so I will have
Okay, yeah. You
Oh,
put
yeah.
that
pretty pleased.
I'll
Kind
give
of
that to you.
He did
drop.
cast that. It's like,
Did my shelf fall out again? Long time ago. Long time ago. Good times. Welcome in, Gitsroni. How you doing? So, you kind of, put this good berry in your comatose ally's mouth and kind of like move the jaw to pop it a little bit. And as far as you can tell, there's no visual effect on him. He is still disease-riddled and covered more or less head to toe at this point in these kind of blue, for lack of a better term, pus-filled pustules. But
he's alive.
as far as you can tell, he is getting some kind of sustenance from the good berry, so he won't be starving to death anytime soon. The rest of you settle in for your evening's rest as Dusty kind of sits by the fire, burning low enough that it would be hard for anything out in the forest to really visually see it, but still enough that you can get some warmth. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, please.
I'm gonna say, if possible, I would like to go out to where the wall seems sturdy enough
Mm-hmm.
and kind of higher up,
Mm-hmm.
like maybe one of the 4-foot sections.
Mhm.
And I want to just climb up to stand and kind of sit on it.
Okay. Easily done. No checks needed for that. You kind of just quickly climb up and begin looking out into the forest. Go ahead and perception check.
Perception.
Perception.
It is
What's
a
up, Mama Bear?
wisdom
Welcome in.
check. It's 19.
Okay.
I keep rolling 1 off of what I roll with advantage. So it's always like 14, 15, 18, 19.
Just a little better.
Oh. Okay, I just rolled 2 nat 20s in a row. That's crazy. You don't see anything. Yeah, you just kind of sit on the wall, the fog still kind of twisting and weaving between the trees, kind of settling into the lower points. And you kind of look out into the forest, and apart from the occasional creak of the trees and the light wind that's blowing, you don't really make
This
out
is +4.
anything.
My bad.
Oh,
I forgot I had Violet up with me.
oh, true. That'd be the 19 plus 4, 24.
Oh no, I didn't roll the 19 was my advantage.
Ah. Oh, you're having her do watch too. Oh. 18 plus 4.
18 plus 4.
Unfortunately, still not enough. Yeah, you guys don't make out anything beyond. You just kind of occasionally hear the faint creaking of wood as the trees kind of just blow in the wind, and you keep a steady watch for the next 4 hours or so until Xechas begins to kind of flicker his eyes awake. What's up, Dusty?
As we're sitting there,
Mhm.
as she's kind of sitting below me on the wall,
Mhm.
I'm just like, all right, so it kind of goes, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. And you just kind of repeat that.
You just kind
That's
of.
really what it is.
She kind of looks up to you and in Draconic and Baby Drake for you. She's. Wait, what am I supposed to do?
Now, I guess she just wants you to sing it with her, but you can really only speak Draconic, so.
Yeah, so Xechas, as you come to your kind of rested state, you see Dusty sitting kind of perched on top of the wall, chatting with his dragon and kind of humming this tune that Olga keeps singing over and over and over again. And you can see the Drake is a little confused about what to do. Roll me an animal handling check, though, please, Dusty.
I forget. Animal handling is wisdom. Let's
Mhm.
go. Double proficiency. We love that. It's only an 8.
She doesn't seem to understand the training that you're trying to impart on her at this point. You gather it is something you can continue to work at, but she just doesn't seem to grasp the concept entirely yet of what she is supposed to do. Though she does get to the point that she kind of just shuffles her head along as the tune goes, but there's definitely no indication you get that she's picking up the words, which translate entirely differently in Draconic. It's actually row your goat in Draconic, but that's just translating issues. But yeah, you gather she doesn't pick it up just yet. Keep trying, though. You'll get there eventually. Xechas, you kind of witness this whole exchange taking place.
And understand none of it.
Nope, you don't speak Draconic. To you, it sounds like just these kind of grunts and growls that they're speaking amongst each other.
I'm sorry, I was clearing my throat.
Fair enough. Dusty, as Xechas kind of comes
Have
to,
a good rest, Dusty.
you get ready for your rest
No, just
by the
check
fire
over.
as well.
All right.
Xechas, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna hop down.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I'm gonna use the thing. Where I do the thing with.
Just want to
the
point
D6.
out, I rolled a disadvantage check and I got 2 nat 20s in a row.
That was insane.
The 17 wasn't anything, but the 2 nat 20s were pretty sexy.
So no, I know I rolled a 9, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my 3 light rocks and I'm gonna put them here, here, and here.
Sorry, do that
On the ground?
One more time. I was
Basically,
looking at a different window.
That's okay. Just at like the 3 corners of where the house is. I'm gonna put my light rocks
Okay.
somewhere where they can illuminate a bit, and then I'm gonna patrol around the house.
Okay. As you kind of put the rocks down and just give off enough ambient light that you can kind of see around the house and the general area, and kind of just patrol in circles around it. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I did. I got a 9.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
you
occasionally come in and take breaks by the fire to warm back up.
You don't really pick up on anything around you as far as you can tell. It is a mostly quiet night. The rest of your watch passes without any further incident.
Great.
The sun begins to kind of rise over the eastern horizon again, illuminating the area surrounding you. The fire at this point has burned down and is basically just coals at this point, unless you continue to maintain it through the night. But
yeah,
okay,
that would have
more or
been enough
less.
to keep the heat in there. Yeah,
Totally fair. So you guys wake up. You're pretty warm and toasty. The kind of brick tower, or what's left of it, did a decent job of keeping you warm for the evening. You kind of all begin just stretching out from sleeping on the cold, frozen ground, and kind of settle into the morning. And as you do so, you start to kind of hear off in the distance, not too far from your camp, the sound of twigs cracking and snapping and bending against each other. Kind of just like as something is just shambling its way through the forest, seemingly drawn towards your camp somehow. I want everyone to roll me a perception check, please. Here, brr.
Okay.
Nat 20
Hell yeah.
Okay.
for a total of 20.
22 for Violet,
Okay.
12 for me.
As you all watch, you kind of look out into the forest to the south of you, and you see moving towards you 4 of these massive, well, they're fairly decently sized. They're about average humanoid, but they're kind of bulkier. These creatures made up entirely of vines and sticks and twigs sticking out in all random directions, but you see kind of bits of flesh sticking out from beneath them. And you notice the vines are kind of weaving into the flesh and around the bones, kind of creating these very lifelike humanoids. And everyone who rolled above a 16 sees on the front one, only half of the face is covered by these things, and on the other half you see the face of, what was it, Sergeant Phillips. The very same man who helped escort you on your way, now just a husk, seemingly a host for whatever this creature is that has animated his corpse. And you see 4 individuals just
is this?
crunching towards you through the snow, beginning to pick up speed as they realize that you are now aware of their presence. And that is where we will take our break for today. Yay! So we're gonna take.
Huh?
I like. Yeah, we're gonna take. We're
Does
gonna
Olga see Bob?
roll. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
rolled a nat
you
20.
would.
Do I see Bob?
Yeah, you both would. Bob is also one of them. It appears that some of your comrades have been brought back from the dead by something. Not sure what. We're gonna have to look into this a little more. We're gonna take a 10-minute break though, because I like to leave you guys hanging and sweating for a little bit. So we'll be back in just a few. Everyone, we're gonna take a quick 10. We're gonna run an ad. If you need to pee, fill your drink, do anything, go do so now, because it's gonna be pretty exciting when we get back. We will see y'all in 10 minutes. Catch you soon. What's up, everybody? We're back. We're just waiting on JTB to return because he has to deal with the dog stuff. So we're just gonna chill. We're just gonna hang out, shoot the shit for a little bit until he gets back with the dog. Are you just roasting alive in your house right now, Ryan? Or you just you do look
I
a
don't
little?
know why it's so warm.
You do.
Damn
Are you
sweaty.
sure the downstairs is not burning again?
I've just been roasting this whole time.
It's just ambient heat, slow roasted Ryan. Let's go. Oh no.
I'm slow cooked.
That's his biggest fan.
It's true. Oh,
That is a nice fan. I do have
It's
to
cool.
say, I am a fan of that fan.
Gay.
It's very-
hey!
Oh man.
Homosexual! Away!
No, we don't want the homosexuals to go away. Maybe the ones
Yeah,
in
we do.
this
We're
town.
trash.
Can we swap out our gays for the gays from a
Wait.
different city that doesn't suck ass?
But Ryan
please?
is
Would
but
say
Ryan
no.
is one of our gays.
No. Ryan is the gays of the world.
I'm so straight. My wife, Kathy, will be hearing about this.
Who I will be having sex with.
Yes, all the sex. Much heterosexual sex.
Mm-hmm. That's important. Gotta be having.
Boobs
Oh.
are
Boobs.
a
Great.
thing.
They are a
great
thing. They do exist. Yeah.
I like boobs. They are neat. What does that say? Oh, I like to put them in my. Oh, that can't be right. No, I don't do that. I won't do that. Ew. No. Oh, I can do that one. I like to juggle them like pinballs.
Ooh, that's just good TV.
I'm friends. I am friends with you people. That says a lot more about me than it does you guys. I have to be honest.
You're not
Today on
going
America's
anywhere.
Got Talent. Boob juggling.
There has to be in somewhere in the world someone doing that. I'm just saying.
Do your boobs hang low to the wall between frocky time and a knocking
No.
time and a bow?
No, we're not at that point yet. Though I will say, I have officially had one of the kids I work out with smack my man boobie and go, ha 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 ha. It was great. Fucking 4-year-olds, man. These little fucks.
Oh my god.
They do.
Shameless.
They do wonderful things for my sense of self-worth. He's like, why you have big tummy? And I'm like, because I like to eat, you little shit. Like, fuck you.
It's better with
like,
which
why-
to squish you with.
Yeah, no, he thought it was hilarious. And I'm just like, bruh, you killing me. You killing me.
faux
You're
fum.
killing me here, boys.
I put little kids inside my tum tum.
Only the ones
It's like, I don't know, kid. Why are you the size of a traffic cone? Get over here, I'll punch you. Boop.
If not snack, why not? Why snack sized?
Exactly.
Make snack
At
size.
first.
Don't mind me. I'm just
Why?
putting these things out on the field.
These
Just put
mansters.
these hoes in their place.
Do you want to drag yourselves onto the map?
Oh,
I did.
get. Drag her.
Dragon.
Dragon eats nuts.
Thank you.
Not
Gotcha.
that into nuts.
Liar.
Oh, you
Get-
got
Oh,
me.
I are.
Get called out.
Who would go on the internet and lie? Who would just
mean,
do
who
that?
Wanna hear
wouldn't?
you, witch?
Who wouldn't just go on
I'm not
the
a witch.
internet
I'm your
and lie?
wife.
Same thing.
Oh, I've had you all tricked for so long. I'm so heterosexual.
The
Just
most.
do it for the clout.
The most heterosexual. Do 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 do
Go on
do.
the
Like the
internet.
other guys, all the sex with women that we don't want to have.
We do it. We don't do it, or we do it, but we don't love it, but we have to.
I do it for the views.
I do it for the views. Love that. Well, I hope JT gets
Do
back.
for the OF.
Not the OF.
Only frogs.
Only frogs. Yes, very popular in Quebec.
The online flight entertainment.
Yeah, can't go wrong with the on-flight entertainment. It is necessary.
Oh my god. Imagine you sit down on a flight and you're just scrolling through what's available, and then there's just like the blue and white, the OF, and you're like, oh, that's just publicly available now. Cool.
Mm. Yeah.
Wow,
But you still
Jet
have to
Air has
pay.
gotten desperate.
They really want to get those boys on there. They're really trying to appeal to their male audience now.
It's only
problem.
Ryanair.
Exclusively Ryanair. No one does it
Canada.
better.
With the Canada Air, Canada Flight, Canada Planes, Canada Air.
Canada Planes. Yep. That's the new company.
Planes a la Canada.
Canada Planes.
In petit plane avec Canada.
GT, welcome back to the Tism party.
Yeah, we're talking about planes. We're talking about planes and trains and all kinds of things that are mechanical and stuff.
Apologies.
You're good.
Had to be.
You're all set, man. Got to take care of the puppies. Got to take care of the doggos. If you want to drag thyself onto the map wherever you think you were when these things showed up, I believe you guys were just striking what little camp you had. We will get started. For anyone who wasn't here before the break, when we left off, the party had woken up, began tearing down their camp, and realized that there was, in fact, something approaching their camp. The reanimated bodies of their friends, seemingly brought back to life by these strange thorny vines that wrap all around their bodies. So, let's get the initiative order open. Yeah?
Is there any, like, fog or mist surrounding any of this bullshittery going on?
Some light mist in those gray areas there, but nothing that is going to, like, obscure your vision. This is...
And nothing like the first attack that happened?
Nope. This is purely something brought your former comrades back, at least 4 of them, and they seemingly followed your trail all the way back here. Don't forget to click your mini and roll your initiative. I will switch to the battle music.
2 nat 20s in a row.
Let's go. Congratulations.
Hey, baby.
This one has disadvantage, I believe. I still have one of those I have to use. Disadvantage is a 12. Ooh. Yeah. And then... Okay. That should do it. You guys all on there? I'm missing a Dusty.
Oh, my bad. I was fixing the lighting.
Oh, you're good. Actually, it looks really good right now.
Oh, damn. Look at you.
Yeah, it finally got dark enough that I could turn the back.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. So, yeah. We're just going to pick up right where we left off. Oof. Okay, not great for you. Descending. Okay. So Xechas, you see these creatures, by the way. This one is the reanimated corpse of fucking Sergeant Phillips, and this one over here with the blue dot is Bob. Blue is for Bob. But they're barely visible at this point, the vines having weaved and covered their entire body, leaving only gaps and the occasional glimpse of the face and some flesh underneath, but they seemingly are very much reanimated by something in this forest. And the lack of fog is very noticeable. This is not something happening because of the mists. This is something else. But, Xechas, you're first in the order. What do you want to do, my friend?
Oh, that's not good. Vicor is still... oh no, we're gonna have to fight. And I'm gonna hurl firebolt at the captain.
Mm-hmm. At the sergeant. That sounds good.
Yeah,
so he would be that one there. Go ahead and roll your ranged attack.
Not good.
Not gonna do it, unfortunately, as your bolt just flies past, striking a tree somewhere behind it. Luckily not setting it on fire, as the tree itself is still quite frozen over with snow and the ice that's collected throughout the winter. But you gather there is a risk of that still happening. But it kind of just fizzles out into nothingness at this point. Any movement or bonus action you want to do?
Yeah, I'm definitely moving over here.
Go do what you gotta do,
back
GT.
behind the house. Take cover from this.
Sounds good. Yeah, there is... The walls are about 4 foot, maybe 5 at their highest, so I'll say you get 3/4 cover if you take cover from it.
Cool. You know what I'm gonna do is cast Sanctuary on Olga.
Okay.
That's a
Easily
bonus
done.
action.
Easily done. Can you drag Vikarl onto the map, please, Ryan, where he would be for this, in case you guys try to run him out in a hurry in the kind of makeshift sled you have made for him. Next up, is going to be the reanimated corpse of one of your allies. You can't actually tell at this point. Their body has been mostly consumed by whatever these thorny kind of vines are that are seemingly bringing your friends back to life. It is going to use its movement to go there, and then it's going to dash, taking an extra 5 feet to climb over there. So he'll only have 55 feet. So he just shambles over the kind of 4-footish high section of wall, making his way into the center of the house. And you see all of these vines and twigs sticking out in random directions, thorns covering all of them, just creaking and grinding against each other as this creature moves, and just little glimpses of skin barely visible underneath the vines themselves. However, that will be his turn. Next up we have Olga. Olga, what are you doing?
Oh dear. All right.
Oh,
Olga's
dear.
going to go. Oh dear. Olga's going to go ahead and start running, and just going to go hop, hop, bip, up, up there, and then hop, hop, hop. Yeah, using her action, she's just going to run like a son of a bitch all the way up to this one.
Easily done. You just sprint forward with your axe at the ready. Take your dash action to do that, right? Am I right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to dash action, and then bonus action, I'm going to rage. So it just, as I'm running, I'm just starting to breathe heavy, and my hair starts to get up. It starts to turn reddish in colors. My eyes become bestial, and I just start to heave. And that's my turn.
Okay. You just sprint up to this creature. You see the kind of lifeless eye of Captain Phillips, or of Sergeant Phillips, not even staring at you, just kind of loosely, like, just hanging down towards the ground. No muscle control whatsoever on it. That being said, that is your turn. Next up is going to be Bob. He can only move 30 feet, so he's going to go 25, and he's going to instead fire a needle. Oh. Ooh. How many? Okay, I get 2. I only get 2 needle attacks, unfortunate. They are both able to go against you, no more than 2 per person, so it's going to shoot both of its needles at you. I need to make a save against, thanks, right? Wisdom, I believe.
Correct.
Nope. I make it. So Ryan, a 19 and a 20, both hit, I take it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you take 7 points of piercing damage and 6 points of piercing damage, which are halved.
7.
You have all my damage. So as you're kind of running up to Sergeant Phillips, or the corpse of Sergeant Phillips, ready to fight, you look over, and as the kind of shambling creature that once was Bob kind of just flings its arm towards you, and a couple of these thorns just fly out. Very long, needle-length thorns make their way towards you and just stick into your torso, deep enough to cause quite a sting, but nothing that you're not able to shake off yourself. Up is going to be... I guess this one can't really do much. Go 30 feet there, and then he's just going to physically climb onto the wall. He's just like standing on top of the half-built tower after he'd spent half of his movement to climb it. Just looking down at the lot of you, kind of assessing the situation. Seems to pay not a lot of attention to Vite-Carl, who isn't drawing any kind of threat in any way, being a completely inanimate object at this point. But you see him kind of lock eyes onto you, Xechas. That is, however, his turn. Next up, Sergeant Phillips. He's just going to make a claw against you. 23! Hits you, Olga. That is 7 points of slashing damage as this kind of gnarled, thorny vine scrapes across your torso, kind of tearing into you. That'll be it for his turn, however. Dusty, you're up.
Alright! First things first. I'm gonna go ahead and take aim at the lad standing atop the tower.
Okay. He seems pretty locked onto Xechas right now as you kind of level your musket towards him and prepare to fire.
I'm gonna shoot! Okay, here in a second.
You go for it. Yep, be here in 1 second.
Alright.
We're gonna shoot.
Performance issues, you know. Where's my attack button? Oh, that's because I'm in inventory like a dumbass. Got it.
Been there,
Well,
been there. Yep.
Damn!
Oh, you get a lot of natural 20s in combat. Go ahead and what's your max damage again? A D12 with the musket?
As he fires, he does his usual strike and draconic as well.
Yep, you order Violet to assist you with your strike.
Yeah, D12, so 12 plus. I rolled a 3.
Okay.
12 plus 3 plus 5, I think.
So 20.
Yeah.
20 total damage
Plus
as you
two.
just
Is
plus the bonus from Violet. It doesn't matter what you roll, because I'm telling you right now, as you kind of level the gun towards this creature and pull the trigger, dead center right into the head of this creature, kind of knocking it back. You hear the crack and snap of vines that are kind of holding the neck up, snapping as it goes back, and then the head just kind of hangs limply backwards as the creature just into the cold earth below. Some of the vines break off, revealing the body of Gunter.
well, that went very well. Then he's gonna
No
Good shot,
shit.
There's another one.
say attack in draconic as well as she moves up here to use her actual action.
Yep, go for it. Go ahead and roll your attack.
What is the attack bonus? +3 to hit. Well, +5 plus proficiency. Roll d20. 11 plus 5.
You gotta be the
16.
13. Yeah, you gotta be the 13. You all good? Easily hits. She just runs up and grabs a chunk of the leg and kind of tears it off, pulling a
Excellent.
bunch of vines and needles out as she does so. 6 damage. Okay.
8 total with proficiency.
Okay. There you go.
I'm gonna just make her a token so I can actually roll. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I don't. You go for it. Yeah, I don't know how all that works, but you go nuts. She just reaches forward with her mouth kind of clamping down over where the shin of this creature would be, and just tears a chunk of vines and thorns out as the creature kind of shambles awkwardly towards her as well. Okay, so he's good. He's still up. He's looking pretty rough. That was almost fucking half his HP. Jesus Christ. Fuck me. Zehas, you're up. You watch as Dusty unleashes a just brutal attack on one of them, followed by Violet. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna move over here to see back past the wall. And I'm gonna see a bit more. I'm gonna see Olga getting shit kicked. I'm just gonna yell out, "Olga, fall back so that I can help you." And separate from that, I'm gonna take out my my bludger ball, my metal bludger, and I'm gonna catapult this dude. He's too far away for me to identify.
Okay, go ahead, and that's a dex save from him, right?
It is a dex save.
Yeah, not have any save, so oof.
Fuck.
20. As you kind of hold this small metal ball you crafted and cast your catapult spell, it kind of hovers for a moment and then woof, with a rush of air and force just flies towards this creature. And you are in a straight line, and there's a tree growing into the space behind it. So as you fire it, the metal ball just thunk right into the tree and sinks probably 2-3 inches deep into the wood, kind of splintering and cracking it out around it, and remains there. Anything else for you?
Use the last 10 feet of my movement to peek back here.
Okay. Next up will be the one in front of Violet, who is just going to... You know what? It's going to needle volley. So, it is going to fire all 6 of its needles at once. Can only go 2 per person. So first 2 are going to be for Violet. No disadvantage because of his close quarter shooting. 13 and a 19. I believe one of those hits, right?
19 will hit.
Okay, so Violet takes 5 points of piercing damage as this creature basically just tenses itself and causes needles to shoot out in almost a cone-like fashion towards you. So Violet takes 5, and she kind of shuffles back as the needles find their mark. Next 2 are coming straight for Dusty, who's, I'd say, not quite enough behind cover for it to matter. Yeah, a little bit. I'll give you half cover for that. 2 for you. Does 15 or 17 hit you with half cover?
17 hits.
Okay, you take 4
Oh,
points.
with half cover. No.
Okay, so you're good. 2 of the needles just shatter across the stone next to you. And then the next 2 would... it'd be Xechas at 3/4 cover. That's really his only other option. Neither are hitting you. You kind of see these 2 making their way towards you, and they're easy enough to sidestep, as it looks like they weren't entirely on target to begin with. That will be his turn, however. Violet is kind of like half leaning over as there's a needle stuck deep into her side at this point. He's also going to shuffle up to here a little bit. Okay, Olga, you're up.
Alrighty, Olga's going to just take a swing at the one in front of her.
Swing.
Whoop. Let's try. Go, great attack score. Okay, cool. 17.
17 definitely hits. You gotta be.
Oh,
13.
lovely. And that's going to be that plus 2, so it's 12 damage
Okay.
as I slash through. Whoop.
You raise the great axe and slam it down with all your might, kind of carving through where the collarbone would be, splitting wood, bone, and flesh alike, digging deep into the torso, pulling the axe out, and the now semi-halved body or semi-halved torso of Sergeant Phillips is still awkwardly shuffling towards you, but the entire left side is basically useless at this point. He is on death's door again, by the look of it. Anything else you'd like to do?
For a second, I hear fall back, Olga, and I just stop, but then I raise it up again, and that's my turn. Hi.
Olga said, "Fuck that."
I'm big mad.
You are big mad. Okay. Next up is going to be Bob, who is going to move 25 feet that way. And also do a needle volley. How are we looking? Fuck. Okay. So he's going to walk towards you, Dusty, and then cast out his arms and try to fling needles in both directions, one towards Olga and one towards you, but it seemingly only manages to fire one. So I will ask you, Dusty, evens or odds?
I'm feeling odd today.
Odd. It's going for Olga. So as the arms snap forward, you see a needle just soar towards Olga's back, which is currently turned. It's 11 to hit. That doesn't hit you, unfortunately for me. It kind of hits the hard muscle on the back of your arm here and kind of just bounces off, unable to find purchase, kind of just bounces off to the side, ricochets slightly. Shit, that was a low roll on the needle volume. Sad. Next up is, well, that guy's a corpse, so... Skirt. There we go. Dude. Alright, next up is gonna be... Bob went already. Fucking Sergeant Phillips. Okay. I mean, same deal. He is going to kind of shuffle around the side of you here and just kind of moving around you in a circle, trying to look for a weak point. Seemingly pretty fucked up, only using one arm at the moment. Claw. Damn it. 10. As he kind of swings towards you with the claw, you just knock it out of the way with the handle of your axe, and he kind of stumbles and lurches to the side a little bit. Dusty, you are up.
All right. First and foremost, we'll just strike at the one with Violet, order her to attack with my bonus action.
Go for it.
And I want to test this macro. Does it work? 19 to hit.
That hits, definitely.
And 6 damage.
Damn, how much did she do last time again?
I believe 7.
Okay, that'll do.
Nice macro, bro.
Violet just at this point leaps forward as you order an attack, kind of pouncing on to whatever this creature is and kind of forcing it downwards. She just starts taking chunks out of the neck and kind of torso area and just keeps biting and biting until the creature kind of slumps down into the snow and frozen dirt back in this decrepit old structure. So he's dead. Fuck.
Oh, nice.
Well done. Well done.
She gets to move up. And
There you go.
she is gonna start making her way. Oh, God, I love 40 feet.
Damn.
I love 40 feet so
Okay,
much.
sends
Gotta go
Violet
fast.
to engage with Bob. All right. Anything else you want
And
to
then
do?
I'm also gonna shoot towards Bob with my
Go.
action.
Go ahead and shoot towards Bob.
Use my reaction as well to have her strike.
Of course, of course. That
20
hits.
to hit. Good. I should just make a macro for that too. Only one, so
Okay.
15 total.
You raise the musket, fire. There's that first resounding crack that kind of splits the cold morning air, followed by just the whoosh of force energy that follows when Violet enhances the attack, and the bullet just sinks directly into where Bob's heart would be, and the creature kind of stumbles for a second and then just collapses down into the snow in a mass of vines and whatever flesh was left beneath. Also dead. Well done. So it's just Sergeant Phillips beating up Olga at this point.
Oh no. Stop it, Sergeant. Stop.
Anything else you want to do for your turn?
And that is all.
Beautiful. Xechas. It's from where you are, it's pretty hard to make out what's happening between Olga and the Sergeant, but you do see an axe just above the walls, kind of catching glimpses of the morning sun with like a glint off the edge of the axe as she's swinging it wildly. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna move to get a better vantage point on this.
Okay.
Yeah, just sort of...
Easily done. You kind of make your way over, kind of entering this little bit of low-hanging fog, nothing major, but a little bit of the mist that still linger here, and you get a pretty clear view of what's going on at this point, I'd say.
Aha! And I'm going to lightning launcher
Yes, fair enough.
this time.
Captain Phillips, he's not looking great. He's in pretty rough shape. You notice there's a massive cleave that is unfortunately going to miss.
Yep.
Unfortunate. Anything else?
Nope, that is all.
Okay, you kind of move towards and you make your way into the mist. Some of it kind of kicks up and you go to fire your lightning launcher, and as you do, it kind of just arcs awkwardly off to the side. You're not completely on target with it. Olga, you see this bright flash of white-blue light as that goes off. Next up is Olga, because the other creature's dead. It's just you and the captain at this point. What are you doing? Or the sergeant.
Hey, you used to be a lot more nimble. And let's try it. Please put it out of his misery. Maybe 11?
That is not going to hit, unfortunately,
Oh,
as
no.
you go, "You used to be more nimble," and you swing the axe, and you're not sure if it hears you, but it definitely twerks, or well, not twerks, it corks its body out of the way, kind of
Damn.
twirling away from you. Yeah, it just twerks
Drop it
itself.
down low, Shorty.
Throw that ass in a circle. Throw that ass in a circle.
Definitely
If you back it up, is it fat enough?
dodges your attack as your axe just sinks into the kind of frozen earth beneath. You have to pull it back up. The creature is still very much in front of you. And it's his turn. Anything else you want to do before that happens?
No, that's me.
Okay. That'll
I
be
made
him
him
up
mad.
next. He is going to need a volley. Ooh, okay. So point blank range. As he steps to the side, he also sweeps his arm up into the air, shooting 4 needles out. First 2 are going to be for you, Olga. 6 and an 8. Wow, I suck. I am absolute ass. And then who is 20? Okay, he can hit both of you. So we're going to do 1 for Violet and then 1 for the guy who just shot at him. 13 hit Violet?
No.
Okay. And then a 23. Xechas, as you kind of... He didn't like you. He said, fuck you in particular. As you kind of step into the scene, finally leaving cover for the first time, your lightning kind of arcing off out of where you were aiming for it. You feel the sharp burning pain in your stomach and look down to see a wooden spike, for lack of a better term, sunk about 3 inches into your stomach. And kind of just look up and see this creature has kind of raised a hand towards you and flung this needle while you
That's
weren't paying
bullshit.
attention. You take 7 points piercing damage.
Oh, no.
That's funny. Okay, that'll be. He doesn't have any move. He can move. He doesn't really have a self-preservation instinct, so he's not gonna do that. Next up, where'd my initiative thingy go? There it is. Next up is gonna be Dusty. What are you doing?
All right. Well, I'm gonna move out because I can't. I could probably see him. It'd be a little tall there, but I'll just move over here to make it easier.
Sounds good.
Because I made the macro, I'm just gonna use my bonus action to have her attack first.
You mean you
Might
made it? You may as well use
out of
it. Yeah, Maisel.
13.
13 just hits, and he has 1 whole HP left. So, do me a favor and describe to me how Violet finishes this fight.
I think he runs over, starts to aim, and then he says, attack. And she just kind of blithers across real fast, catches him in the ankle, and as it kind of stumbles down, as she drags the ankle, just right for the throat, or what would be the throat of this creature if it was human.
Fair.
Starts to rip into it.
Just starts tearing into this creature. Eventually the wood stops flying out, and you see bits of blood and flesh kind of being torn as well. And she kind of looks up at you, Dusty, after the creature stops moving, with a couple pieces of like a twig sticking out here and a little bit of skin hanging off one of the teeth. Are you good?
Yeah, you did a great job. I wouldn't eat those. Those are friends though, so
They don't taste very good.
I reckon they wouldn't.
It's okay. She kind of just stands on this thing, spitting out the foul taste of 2-day-old corpse at this point. And you all look around, kind of staring off into the forest, and as far as you can tell, there is no further threat to be had here. I'll say specifically the ranger to roll me a nature check with advantage.
I was gonna say I need to check if it works on that.
No, the advantage is just because you're a ranger. You know what is natural and what is not. An 11 total, not the best. I would say that that's not enough to know exactly what this creature is, as it is not something that occurs naturally in anywhere on the prime material plane. This is something darker, something from not here. And you've heard rumors over the years during your training, during the time you were learning. Yes.
It's technically a 13, if that changes anything.
Okay.
It's a
that
double
helps.
proficiency on both int and wisdom.
True. So, with a 13, you kind of have to rack your brain for a few minutes, going back to stories your father was telling you when he was passing on the knowledge that he shared with you before he, left your life. And you know that this is not... I don't want to spoil what the deal with your backstory is, so I'm just leaving it as
sometimes he just leaves,
They just went to get milk, he never came back.
He's coming back!
Where's that pack of cigarettes, Dad? No, you just think back to the lessons your father passed down to you, and for one, there is no naturally occurring creature on the material plane that resembles anything like this. But you do recall stories almost akin to like the boogeyman, just scary stories to tell kids kind of thing, or specifically kids of rangers. You kind of... 13. These would be what is known as needle spawn. This is a story that gets passed on and told. Generally, they are the result of something called a needle lord, which is a foul, dangerous, and highly aggressive invasive species from the Feywild. These are creatures that, when they somehow arrive in this realm, corrupt the entire forest in which they live and basically rule over it with as much violence as is needed to do so. They are highly intelligent, and spread like wildfire. You gather, based on your stories and knowledge of them, that you and your friends, while fighting, making your way through the mists, likely passed through this creature's territory, and when their bodies fell, they were infected or otherwise taken over by whatever this creature is, or some kind of pod that was left behind in the earth waiting for a fresh corpse to die on top of it. You gather that is what brought your friends, or tentative allies, back.
Oh, man. I got some bad news, folks.
Oh?
What?
These are... So, knowing that the Needle Lord thing is Fey in origin, I could kind of just assume these would be Fey-ish.
Oh yeah. These are plants. These are literal living zombie-making plants that only come about as a result of this creature wandering through the forests.
These creatures, they're shit of stories that I heard growing up. Something to do with needle spawn. I think that's what these would be.
They're clearly not just stories.
Apparently not, and they're not from here. It'd be the Feywild.
Oh my.
The current issue is that if there's needle spawn here, then there has to be some kind of needle lord. Something to spread these.
Needle what?
Well,
Needle
in the
lord.
stories, it
Oh,
was
no.
referred to as a needle lord. It was kind of the origin. It's the one that rules over these creatures as they take over whatever land they're infesting.
Oh good. So in addition to water zombies, we now have plant zombies?
Indeed.
I guess? Oh no. Oh no.
It would seem that the plants won in the plant versus zombie war.
Okay.
Nature always gets its get back, I guess.
Nature
Although this is Fey in
finds a
origin.
way.
Finds a way.
Olga, oh my goodness, are you alright? You're wounded.
At this point,
Olga's-
the rage has subsided.
Yeah, just. Wait. Olga's moving over towards Bob's corpse. Zombie. Zombie, Olga, remember. Gets on her hands and knees down on towards his face and pulls out a dagger and just starts like shaving away, trying to get all of the plants away from Bob's face. And
Easily done.
row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. I remember you. And just hugs.
You all watch as Olga takes this moment with someone you gather was a longtime friend and comrade. And you look around, and after looking at the other two, you do see Gunther, and then the fourth is one of the TTC soldiers who traveled with you. It seems Sarka was not reanimated as well. As far as you know, Dusty, these creatures roaming around is a harbinger of dark things to come for whatever forest they inhabit. Mists and all that aside, this is something more, something different.
Yeah. The issue here is that this wasn't the mist. As I said, these are Fey in origin, and they will infest and claim this forest, take over whatever land they can. They are rather violent.
What are we to do? Surely we have to notify the company.
We can, and then perhaps go on with our duties or obligations and hope that the company deals with it. If not, well, we'll probably end up having to deal with it. Though I trust us a little more.
Yes, and I suppose the proximity to the lake problem would be not a bad thing.
Yeah,
If they're related at all.
I'm.
Probably not.
From what I've heard, they don't have any kind of relation with water, things of that nature. At least not more than what plants normally would.
Well, we should probably get moving.
Olga's a little roughed up. Maybe we take a short little break and then get on the road.
Yes, a nice long breakfast. Doesn't sound like a terrible idea.
Maybe give her a little more time to process.
Yes.
At that moment, y'all hear just as Olga's got her great axe and tears streaming down silently. She's chopping up Bob's body. Your little Nord will not get my friend.
Well, I'm unsure whether or not it can put back pieces together, but it's a good thought.
She hears that and just picks up one of the pieces and hucks it like a good as far as she can. Just then she starts doing that, just tears in the eyes, still like porcupine.
Roll me a perception check.
Hop.
Revenge of the
Bob.
Porcupine.
Oh,
Fuck.
You don't
Too
see
many
anything.
tears in
You
the
start
eyes.
throwing pieces of the body you cut up into the different parts of the forest. That's it.
I have another suggestion, Olga, if you would.
Sure.
We could probably cremate them. That would do well to prevent it, I would think. Kind of hard to reanimate Ash.
I make into cream.
Oh, no, burn them. My bad.
Oh. Make fire. Okay, yeah.
They do appear to be
Olga,
mostly wood now.
Olga can do.
And then we could spread the ashes to the trees. Send them back to the true happy place.
Bob really liked these trees.
I'll help you gather the parts of Bob.
Thank you.
Yes, as will I.
Both of
Gonna
you roll me a
Oh,
perception check.
Olga forget many times, all the time. Olga forget many things. Will not forget Bob.
Okay. As both of you kind of go and begin gathering the parts, you see one that's kind of stuck up in a tree. And as you kind of push the tree and try to shuffle the piece out, it falls down into a bush. And as it does, you see a rather disheveled looking porcupine skitter off into the forests around you. And you recognize very much that is the same porcupine.
That little fella
That's
can't
the
catch a
little fella.
break.
Seems like he's following us.
He might have a vendetta to settle.
We should be careful. Zehal says with a shit-eating grin on his face.
Yeah. Who knows if porcupines learned how to use poison on their quills?
Oh goodness,
There's a
every day.
homebrew monster idea alert. Thank you for that, sir. You guys gather the rest of the pieces of Bob and bring them back and kind of pile the bodies enough to make a decent fire out of them and cremate the remains of Bob and Sarka or Gunther. Bob and Gunther and Sergeant Phillips and the remaining TTC soldier all together kind of in a row. You cast whatever fire spells you need to make that happen. And after a while, the wood that they are currently completely engulfed and wrapped in does begin to burn quite substantially, and you guys get a pretty hot fire going off of that. The smell is not pleasant.
I think this will do.
I'm hoping.
You guys stand vigil over the bodies as long as you want, and you can begin making your way whenever you're ready.
Yeah, perhaps like an hour or so, exactly.
A short resty. We're gonna do a short resty. Go ahead and hit that short. Hit that hort rest button was what I was about to say.
Shit that hort rest.
Hit that short rest button. Wow, I can talk. It's okay.
You bet I'll shit that hort rest.
Oh, you guys go ahead and hit short rest. Get that. Oof, rough times for you. That was only 4 of the, like, you took, 7 whole damage. Wow, guys, what the fuck?
That's enough to heal me back to full.
Oh, there you go. With the 7 damage you took?
Yeah, 3 and a 6.
Oh, you healed twice. Oh, you rolled 2 hit dice.
I had to use 2 hit dice.
Fair. Same. Okay, cool. You guys managed to recuperate your life a little bit. Mm-hmm.
How do you want to do Violet for hit dice?
I just give her
healing.
Same number as you have for herself.
Because her health is technically different. It's like 5 times my ranger level plus 5 or some shit.
I'll just say she gets as many hit dice as you have for the sake of ease. So
Fair
3.
enough.
3 for you. And you guys finished your short rest feeling a little better than you did before, removing all the various needles and thorns from yourselves and preparing for the journey. You kind of slug Vite Carl back over your shoulders, Olga, with your nice little rope set up. Violet helps out again. She eagerly grabs the rope, and together the two of you begin kind of pulling your way in the right direction. Eventually, as you're weaving your way through the trees, now having a pretty clear idea of where you need to go, you start to hear kind of lapping of waves against a rocky shore, kind of far enough off in the distance, but close enough to give you an idea of where you're heading, and you kind of follow that sound until you come to the southeastern side of Fort Mistmere. You're kind of walking along the beach. You're still a ways away. Violet still helping to pull along the sled as you guys begin approaching.
At one point, Xechas will lean over to Dusty and just say, I think we're going to owe... What was the name of the Thieves Guild?
The Bilge.
Yes. I think we're going to owe the Bilge a boat.
More than likely. We're gonna owe a lot of things, apparently.
Yes. Just a thought.
Yeah, we can deal with that when the time comes. I'm gonna... From where we are we closer to our house or
Theirs.
to Mistmere?
To Mistmere. Your house is in the north. You're coming in at the southeast.
I guess we're just dragging them through town. I was gonna say we should leave Vicarl at the house, but perhaps we just go into town. Fuck it.
Yeah,
I suppose.
what would be problem?
Well, he's plague-ridden.
Oh, I forgot he wasn't Stump again. Right, put blanket over him.
It's not a long journey. Perhaps we could just skirt around town and go straight home.
Well, we could just check in town for anyone that might have a fucking clue about how to deal with it.
I suppose we might find Father Gustav at the bar as well.
We can hope.
Well, that's the only place I could think of.
Or drunk in a
There's
ditch
more
somewhere.
alcohol than there. Yes, true. Barman.
Or he'd be at
Gustav
our
sounds
house.
fun.
Or he
Yes.
could be polar opposite side of the fucking world for all we know.
Yes.
I did pray. First time ever in my life. I prayed.
Oh.
I got a good feeling about it, but
Oh.
that don't mean shit. Well, it might
Oh.
mean shit. We'll see.
Hopefully.
Never been the religious type. Holy voice crack, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
No, but you can't
Time.
deny the powers that they have.
There are a lot of powerful
I mean,
gods
I
out
don't
there.
deny their power. I just don't rely on it myself. Although maybe I should start. Who fucking knows?
I mean,
Yes.
everything I can do is because of Mr. Bear somewhere up there. It's all because of
It's
him.
pretty impressive.
I mean, yeah.
So, you guys heading to town?
Yeah.
I assume you're
Hope so,
hiding
yes.
Violet back in your bag.
Violet, you gotta get back in the sack.
She looks at you with the rope still in her mouth, like, just kind of muffled through. She's like, really?
Yeah, Olga will have to deal with it herself.
Oh, and he spits the rope. It's fine. She kind of crawls over and climbs back up yourself, kind of claws now digging into you a little bit more. She's starting to get bigger by every single day. You gather soon you might have to figure out different, travel situation with that one, but she does manage to fit inside your backpack for a little while more, as far as you know. And you, with now Olga shouldering the whole of the weight, begin making your way into...
Yeah, let me help.
You kind of grab a rope and assist along. It's pretty easy. You're dragging along the kind of stony lakes or shore side here, so it's pretty easy going in comparison to through the brambles and bushes and everything else in the forest. The kind of mossy rocks helping along the way. You guys kind of pull and pull until you have to kind of break off to go along the river's edge and cross over the river at the small bridge they have there until you eventually arrive at the front gates of Fort Mistmere, the kind of familiar wooden log walls kind of beckoning you forward, and the gates open as you approach. I guess they would have been left open anyway. It's the middle of the day, so they wouldn't close them. The gates already open as you approach, and as you do, you kind of turn down that road, and as you step into Fort Mistmere, there at the gallows, hanging by his neck, is Elon Turst, the leader of the Bilge. And by the look of it, he has been left out to hang for some time. At least a day or so. His eyes are red and swollen with just like a little trickle of blood starting to come out of them. A small trickle of blood from the nose that's just dried in the cold sun. And he's just kind of swaying, hanging there in the wind. And that is where we will end the session for today.
I don't think we owe the bilge boats anymore.
I was gonna say, well, maybe we don't know.
Wow! Wow! Mossy Rock. Sounds like a weather check. Roll it. Roll that D100. Let's set the tone. Exclamation point D100 for that weather check. Let's see how the session
roll
ends.
100. Come on, we've never had a 100.
If you'd like, we could... Lucky number 13. So as you kind of... The weather has been fairly calm over the last few days, minus, the mists and everything that came within. But as you step into town and see this kind of figure just hanging from the gallows still, a light breeze begins to kick up, and he kind of rocks back and forth in the wind as the gallows above creak, and the rope just pulls on itself ever so slightly. And that is where we will end things for today. I'll refund those points for you, Ren. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. So... next week, we have a very special guest. We will be bringing back Kieran to join us as Ser Gustav. Olga will, of course, I guess, it's up to you if you want to play Olga until Vite Carl wakes up, or we could just have Olga drop out next session and we'll NPC here. That we'll discuss. But either way, Ryan will be back in either form next week as well, and the party will deal with, well, whatever has occurred while they were away. And it seems the implications of this situation, yes. So we will be back next week, usual time, 6 o'clock Eastern. Don't miss it. We hope to see you guys soon. Thank you, everyone who came in. Ren, you're awesome. Appreciate you. Sorry you only caught the tail end. We will go for a bit longer next week. That just felt like such a good closing point.
That was a great moment.
It just felt so good.
That could not have ended better.
Felt so good.
Corey.
So... at this point, I will open the floor to our good friends down below me here, starting with Ryan. Why don't you tell the people what you got coming on? Promo, whatever you got up next while I look for someone to raid. Distract the people, Ryan. Distract them.
Oh, we expect the unexpected over at the Purple House. We'll be doing lots more Mystria, Mega Man Hitless, Minecraft. We got World of Warcraft. We got all sorts of other little surprises too. I got some scary games coming here soon. You want to dance, bitch? At least once or twice, maybe. You might see me dance. I'm not much of a dancer, but you know. Come on over and see me sometime.
That's a lie. You don't lie to my chat, motherfucker. The fuck do
Oh,
you
so
think
we're
you're doing?
lying.
Go on the internet.
We're
Yeah.
lying. Everyone, I need everyone to tell a lie to chat, starting with you, JT. Now go. Ryan's already told his.
I have a massive cock.
Chris, can you top that?
I don't suck JT's massive cock.
Alright, bye, everybody. Fuck you guys. I love you guys. We'll see you next week. Bye. Thank you for checking out the videos. If you want to see us live, we are live every Monday night, 6 p.m. Eastern, running the D&D streams. Please feel free to come by, check them out. We'd very much appreciate it. In the meantime, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It's completely free to you, but it helps us out an awful lot. We really appreciate it. In the meantime, y'all, be good to each other. We'll catch you in the next video, and thank you for watching.